Rising from the Atlantic Ocean, there is this wild island with a fascinating history and culture. A place that's close to our heart. On this island you can find a 2,500 kilometer long coastal road known as the Wild Atlantic Way. An epic route that passes beautiful landscapes, ancient villages and remote beaches. We only have 1 week to find out how wild this place really is. This is Lewie and the Rover, destination Ireland. It's in the middle of summer and we are on our way to a new adventure. With the Rover fully packed, we drove 4 hours to the Eurotunnel in Calais. When you bring your pet to the UK, you first have to check in at the pet area. You get to scan your pet's chip yourself, to avoid it being a stressful situation for them. The whole journey with the Eurotunnel was very good and a relaxed experience.
Cool, man.
Our first night in the United Kingdom. One of the best parts of traveling is arriving at new places. All the new feelings, the excitement and the confrontation of the assumptions you have of a country. We spent the night on the property of a big estate. The scenery was tranquilizing. Our expectations were already exceeded, our assumptions were already adjusted. A perfect place for Lewie and for us to relax before our long drive to Wales.
Look him now. Eigenlijk moet je dit in de close-up doen, hè?
Welcome to Wales. Devil's Kitchen, Snowdonia. For us, there is no better way to experience a new area than hiking. But this time, despite our preparations and research, we underestimated the trail. It all started easy. Beautiful scenery that gave us mystical vibes. But then the climb started. A steep mountain wall was facing us. The rain made the rocks slippery. The steeper it got, the more confused we got if we were still on the trail, as there were no signs to be found. We got a bit insecure and asked ourselves if it wasn't irresponsible to do this with Lewie. But Lewie had nothing on it. No fear. Just the happy him.
Wat zei jongen?
After 2 hours, we reached the smoky canyon, Devil's Kitchen. Mind you, these kind of mountains are not easy. If you want to make it to the top, there are sharp ridges that have to be stepped over. For us, this is the essence of hiking.
So we just finished Devil's Kitchen. It was awesome. We were all soaked because of the rain, but it was really nice. All worth it.
So we did the Devil's Kitchen hike. We went all the way up here, up there, and then we lost the trail for a bit, but luckily we found it back again. And then we went all the way around to the top and then came back down to the lake.
After we spent a lovely time with my family in North Wales, we went to the coast. In Wales there are some beaches where you can drive your car. We were so excited to try it out, and this experience was better than we could imagine, even with the bad weather. Our next challenge was taking the ferry to Ireland with Lewie, as dogs aren't allowed on deck. They have to stay in the car or in the kennel. After careful consideration, should we go or not, we decided to take the ferry and leave Lewie in his comfy travel crate. But all went well and we treated him with an awesome hike in the Wicklow Mountains. Then we started on our quest, finding out how wild the Atlantic Way really is. From Sallygap, we were en route to the Atlantic Way and arrived at our first stop, the Cliffs of Moher. Don't get us wrong, they are beautiful. However, later we will show you a place that we think is even more impressive. By the way, Lewie was the real star again. People love to take pictures of him all the time when we travel. There are 3 things that you will definitely experience when you visit Ireland: drinking Guinness, seeing a lot of sheep, and the ever-changing weather. As you can see, our rooftop tent wasn't stormproof.
Trying to fit ourselves into a Land Rover Defender 90 because it's storming outside and the tent doesn't hold. So we're figuring out an idea. Split inside here.
So that was our creative solution, and we slept remarkably good. And Lewie didn't find it a problem at all. Continuing our route on the wild Atlantic Way up the north. The nice thing about this route is that you constantly drive in beautiful scenery, and every now and then you pass a beautiful highlight. From old castles to mesmerizing lakes. Like we said, you can't visit Ireland and not drink a pint of Guinness. It was Patrick's first one ever, and he took a few more, so that says a lot.
Like it?
I just feel.
The pizza, however,
So, we started our trip in Dublin and then visited my family around Dublin in Lucan. And on Monday we first went hiking in the Wicklow Mountains and spent some time there, then went back, and after that we made our way all the way to the west coast and we visited the cliffs of Moher here near Doolin and took the Wild Atlantic Way all the way up this way to Donegal, all the way here, and now we are here at Slieve League.
we want to bring you along and show you what we think is the wildest part of the Wild Atlantic Way. We hiked the old pilgrim path that leads to an old druidic site. And we can definitely imagine people thought this place was something special. "600 meters high cliffs towering over the Atlantic Ocean, 3 times higher than the cliffs of Moher. There's a hiking path all along the spectacular cliffs. There are not many places in the world like this." We took some time to take it all in. These are the cliffs of Slieve League.
Alright, we're here at Slieve League at the moment. It's really a beautiful place. I think it's even prettier as the cliffs of Moher. It's even more spectacular. And the beautiful thing here, there are no crowds.
After our hike, we drove a bit more north and set up camp at our campsite. Next to this campsite is a pub. Not just a pub, but the home of Clennad and Enya. The sun came out and we enjoyed a pint on the terrace.
Lewie, kom eens. Kom eens hier. Kom eens hier.
From cliffs to beaches, the Wild Atlantic Way passes it all. By accident, we found the start of a fantastic Greenlaning route. We passed friendly locals on our way, and they showed us where to go. And now, we will show you. These adventures create the perfect bubble. A bubble with just the three of us. No daily routine, no plan, no expectations. No clock that rushes you. Just giving each other quality time, listening with care, and just being there in the moment. Yes, Lewie, also with you.
So what are you eating right now? Some overland cooking.
Our adventure started with a question. Did we manage to find out if the Wild Atlantic Way is really wild? To test this until the last moment, we did an unmarked hike. Not the best idea we ever had. It was a swamp. Every step you took could be a pool of water. Lewie enjoyed it though. Murder Hole Beach. We sat down in the cave. And then we came to this final conclusion. We experienced rough nature, changing weather, waves bashing into cliffs. A place where people are kind and beers are black. We can look back and say, the Wild Atlantic Way is definitely wild.